Welcome, welcome, everybody. I say we're going to get this party started, right?
This
Not
is
a
a
program.
celebration of downtown.
It's a party.
We've heard that this time around, take your ties off like I did, relax and enjoy the possibilities and the potential that downtown Fresno has to offer. I'm so excited. The energy in here is so great, Karina. I'm going to take a photo of everybody and put it on social media so I don't get in trouble from my bosses. All right, everybody.
Wave, yes, wave. And then we're encouraging everybody to hashtag downtown Fresno, tweet, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever the kids are calling it these days. Right?
The kids call it whatever they call it.
They're doing crazy stuff these days on social media, but it's all sorts of fun. But make sure to hashtag downtown Fresno so that we can all follow the great pictures out there. Nice job.
Thank you for that. A 3-shot selfie.
Yes, sit back and relax, everybody. This is going to be a lot different than the past state of downtowns that we've been to. You might think that they were a little boring, talking about, votes and budgets. They separated it for a reason, because they wanted a more party atmosphere. When you're talking about downtown, you need this kind of atmosphere.
You sure do. With a lot of the potential that downtown Fresno has. I mean, we got to drive up the Fulton Mall, and you look around, you see the shops, you see the history, you see this beautiful building we're in this Pacific Southwest building, part of the Security Bank building. Why would you not want to be part of the revitalization of this area of Fresno?
There's so much potential. I just went to the Helm House the other day on L Street. I don't know if you guys have been there since it's been renovated. It is so beautiful. I mean, absolutely.
Helm House.
So beautiful. I could not get over it. And then L Street itself, with Granville townhouses going up, my photographer and I were so impressed. And we're thinking, this is what downtown needs to be like everywhere.
Yep. The theme tonight is I will make a difference downtown. So all of you are encouraged to do your part, make a difference. There's a chalkboard outside. You write down your vision for what downtown Fresno can be like. We already have a great stadium that's going to be filled tomorrow for some soccer and then for the Grizzlies season. And my friends at the Grizzlies over here, looking forward to seeing all of you at Chachansey Park.
All right, the man behind the vision here, who made this atmosphere happen, who made State of Downtown what it is tonight, the party atmosphere that it is, and to talk about how we're all going to make a difference downtown, is Aaron Blair. He's the CEO of the Downtown Fresno Partnership. So without further ado, Aaron.
All right, thank you so much for being here. Again, my name is Aaron Blair, and as many of you know, the Downtown Fresno Partnership is a nonprofit organization that is self-funded by our property owners. Our mission is to improve and promote the economic well-being of downtown Fresno through the operation of a management district and related activities. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, our presenting sponsor, Comcast, our premium sponsors, KC24, Fresno Housing Authority, Wells Fargo, our executive sponsors, the Business Journal, Central Valley Community Bank, Civic Center Square, Fresno Grizzlies and the Fresno Grizzlies Community Fund, Mid-Valley Disposal, and Pinstar. In order to make this event a greater success, we worked with the following partners: Central California Private Security, Fresno State Winery, MSI Media Solutions, Nichols Farms, Pacific Southwest Building, Tigris Core Brewery, and Valley Lavash Bakery. Thank you for your support of downtown Fresno. Okay, now I can quit being nervous. Got all of that out without messing up anything. So I would like to recognize the members of our Downtown Fresno Partnership Board. Without your leadership and the overwhelming support that we have received from the community over the last 4 years, we would not be where we are today. Together, we have changed the conversation on downtown.
Well, if that doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what will about this area.
I know it will. The mayor.
Talk about a believer of downtown Fresno and in Fresno in general. I've lived here, Karina, since 1985. And I've known the mayor for quite a long time during that time, and I know her passion for Fresno in general, but I know she has a lot of sincere passion for downtown Fresno. She loves this area, and she will do what it takes to revitalize this area.
Already doing so with the passage of opening up the Fulton Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people around here thinking that that's going to help out, bring a lot more foot traffic and driving cars down here. So we understand that Mayor Swearingen has quite the speech ahead, and I'm really excited for this.
It's very passionate, we'll put it to you that way.
Yes, it should be a lot of fun. It's like we said, it's a party tonight, and it's going to reflect that. So we're excited for it. Mayor?
Mayor Ashley Swearingen.
Well, thank you very much. Wow, that was quite the buildup. I'm just hoping that someone has written a good speech now that I can deliver. Good evening to all of you. Welcome to the heart of the city of Fresno, downtown Fresno. What a pleasure to gather yet again this year. And let me start by saying how excited I am to have President Castro here tonight. I'm anxious to hear from him. It was really a treat. Last August, a group of us went to Cleveland to learn more about downtown revitalization and specifically the role that universities and healthcare institutions have played in bringing back downtown Cleveland. And Dr. Castro, very new in his role, said, I want my team to be a part of that. Sent the provost, Dr. Zalesny, and had a terrific trip, and we're going to hear more about Fresno State's plans for downtown in just a moment. I also want to start by thanking the chairman of the Downtown Partnership, Tom Richards, for his leadership and for leading the board, and thanks to the property owners who have supported the Property-Based Improvement District, and we are underway with a renewal of our assessment. And if you look around this room and cannot conclude that the Downtown Partnership absolutely has to continue, then see me afterwards because I'm going to have to take you outside. So please make sure we support the renewal of the partnership. I also want to say congratulations and welcome officially and formally to Aaron Blair, the new CEO of the Downtown Partnership. We were heartbroken when we learned that Kate Borders was leaving us, but the only thing that calmed those nerves and concerns was the fact that we were able to recruit Aaron here, that he and his family, his terrific kids, looked at this place and said, that's where we want to be. We want to be a part of making that community and that downtown great. And we are so grateful for their sacrifice and their commitment to move across the country to be here, and he's doing a terrific job. So thank you, and welcome to the Blair family. I also want to just thank Craig Sharton, who is, I think, officially the captain of the downtown ship. He is and always will be there in the back. Always will be the captain of downtown Fresno, and we're so grateful, Craig, that you were willing to step in and on an interim basis and right the ship and make sure the partnership had a successful transition, and we're grateful for your continued involvement in making sure we get our Fulton reconstruction project done. So thank you, Craig, and Peeves, and the dog, and the cool food you serve, and the amazing apple beer, and the blah 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 teenies, and all of the amazing stuff you got going on at Peeves. All right, so absolutely, this may be a little self-serving, but tonight is a party. So if this turns into a long, boring speech by me or any of the other presenters, then we have failed our task here tonight. So you have my permission to, at any point in time, erupt spontaneously with applause and cheers and support for the things that I am saying. Before I get into my comments tonight on downtown, I want to talk for just a moment about a particular competition that is underway right now in Fresno. And you all are my closest friends and peers because, let's face it, we've been through a lot together to move our downtown forward, and I can always count on you all to be with me and to give me honest feedback. So because of that, I just want to know, is it weird that I want to win that bobblehead competition so badly? Is that bad or wrong? Because if it is, you gotta tell me. Because like I really wanna win the bobblehead competition at the Fresno Grizzlies. I keep thinking this is the stuff of legacies. And how else will my great-grandchildren remember me if I don't have a bobblehead made of me? And the problem is this. I mean, I beat Clint Olivier hands down, no problem. It was a smack down of the greatest magnitude. But then I faced Steve Perry, and for whatever reason, there's a lot of people who like Steve Perry, and I barely won. I actually think they might have rigged the election in my favor. So I thought, whew, I got by him. And then Yo Boy Dub, again, he was easy to beat last week. But now Greg, whoever he may be at Q97, is beating me, like really badly. Normally, I would just turn to all my friends and family and the staff at City Hall and say, drop whatever you're doing and vote repeatedly for me until I win. But the Grizzlies have caught on to me, and now they're only allowing one IP address per vote. So like, I actually have to have real people vote for me. So I figured I would take advantage of this opportunity with all of you to say, please, right now, like, please, this is my legacy. Go to FresnoGrizzlies.com and vote for me so I can get that stupid bobblehead. I need your support. Please, people of Fresno, I need your support. Okay, and that is a very long-winded way of saying congratulations to Derek Franks on his promotion to general manager for the Fresno Grizzlies. We are looking forward to opening day on April 9th, and hopefully this bobblehead competition is just the first of many exciting things that we have to look forward to when it comes to downtown Fresno and AAA baseball. So, with that out of the way, let me share with you a few things about downtown Fresno. And, you know, perhaps it's because my time in office is drawing to a close at the end of this next year, but I find myself being so nostalgic about everything, about the things that we've accomplished together over the last 6 years for our beloved downtown. And I don't know if any of you recall the skit on Saturday Night Live that Chris Farley used to do. It was the Remember When skit. How many of you know? Please, somebody has to know Remember When. We have a few. So I'm a huge Chris Farley fan, and that was one of my favorite skits. And for those of you who don't know, it would always go something like this. He was a TV host, and he would have the famous people who were guest hosting that week on Saturday Night Live onto his fake TV show, and he would ask them like rhetorical questions, and then he would always say, like, do you remember when? Like he asked Paul McCartney, do you remember when you made that record called Abbey Road? And Paul McCartney's like, yeah. And Chris Farley would say, that was awesome. So I think because I'm being nostalgic about my time as mayor drawing to a close, but I find myself doing that all the time. So let me ask you, do you remember when last year on February 27th, like 400 of us gathered in a room in a council chambers, all wearing orange t-shirts, and we got a 5-2 vote to open up the Fulton Mall? Do you remember that? That was awesome. So I've been looking at my remarks from the very first State of the Downtown event 5 years ago, and I just really can't help but think about how much has changed in such a short period of time. For one thing, back in 2010 when we started this event, it was a breakfast. So now we've promoted to happy hour, which I think is just one of many, many positive things that have changed in downtown Fresno and is certainly an upgrade. But 5 years ago, I kicked off the event and this annual occasion by talking about Fresno's greatest challenge, revitalizing our downtown. And as you know, it's been the focus of my administration ever since I took office. Back then, we were just starting to peel back the layers of issues and the consequences of decades of poor decisions and neglect in our downtown. And while back at that time, we didn't have a clear path forward for revitalizing downtown, we vowed that we would do something about it. 5 years ago, we talked about downtown Fresno becoming a place that's vibrant and fun around the clock, and today, that's exactly what's going on. We're so proud of what's happening at Peeves and Tioga Sequoia and the Grizzlies and the Fuego. Oh, and by the way, Alton Brown loves our downtown. Come on. We talked about celebrating our culture, our history, our industry, and today, downtown Fresno is humming with Art Hops and Bitwise Industries and Fulton 55 and Fres Yes Fest. How many of you were there? That brought thousands of people to downtown Fresno earlier this month. We talked about a place in downtown that firmly establishes Fresno's identity, where everyone feels welcome. And we've seen increasing numbers of young professionals and young families who have chosen to move to Fresno from all over the nation simply because they're sold on our downtown and our plans to revitalize our city. It's a story that now, I'm happy to report, is getting national attention. If you haven't seen it yet, the Atlantic magazine is currently running a series called American Futures, and it's highlighting downtown Fresno's comeback. The author, James Fallows, makes the case that there's always a connection between the condition of a city's downtown and the overall state of that city's economy and its culture. He says that Fresno occupies an interesting position because to outsiders, it looks as if the downtown is still in pretty tough shape. But to the people who are working on its recovery, the big, important decisions about moving forward have been taken, and that payoff is about to reappear. To those words, I say, exactly. That is exactly right. We can all see it because we're the ones who have been in the trenches fighting for every inch of recovery and reinvestment. And we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that something truly epic is happening here. Perhaps my favorite quote from this article comes from Jake Soberall, and Jake, in his usual confidence in downtown Fresno, responds to this question. The question is, Jake, how do you know that where Fresno is in the arc of its recovery? And Jake says, well, I drive down Van Ness to work each day, and if you're a person from the outside, you probably think, well, you've got some historic buildings here, but it's a pretty crummy downtown compared to what's happening in other places in America. But when I drive down that street, I realize that Joe's doing a project there, and someone's doing a project there, and this building's under lease, and that building is about to be reopened. And I look at it and I think, it's done. It's done. Downtown revitalization in Fresno is done in terms of making the decisions. Now we just have to let it happen. Well, I love this statement of confidence, and I so appreciate Jake's vision and his contributions to the downtown and to our tech sector here in Fresno. I wish that every Fresnan would visit our downtown and spend just 5 minutes with any one of the downtown property owners or business owners, the tenants, the customers, or the residents of downtown. I believe if they did, they would completely change their minds about the future of our downtown. But sadly, this hasn't quite happened yet. There are still a number of cynics who seem to have very loud voices at times. Now, I firmly believe that we cannot rest until we win the mindset battle over our downtown. Important policy and land use and infrastructure and private investment decisions have been made in just the last 5 years to support our downtown, and we're truly beginning to see momentum as a result. But to truly reach scale, I mean, to get to the point where no matter who the mayor may be, no matter what happens on any given Thursday in a local government chamber, to get to the point where downtown is moving at a rapid pace and on its own momentum, the last and greatest battle we must win is the mindset battle. Let me illustrate this point. Has anyone seen the regular segment on Jimmy Kimmel Live where he has celebrities read some of the nasty things people say about them on Twitter? Yeah, it's hilarious. So, if you will, I would like to present my own downtown Fresno version of mean tweets. This first one is from @collegeguy78. He says, how I train for the coming zombie apocalypse? I get dropped off in downtown Fresno with 2 bags of cans. Then I have to get away safe with the cans. #The Walking Dead. This next one from @JordanDwell. I hate Fresno. 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 So, Jordan, what you're really saying is... This next one is from Dr. Boy Javi. Downtown Fresno sucks. Too many people. Yeah, I hate it when downtowns have too many people. This This next one, at Gabrielle Nicole. Oh yeah, I legit saw a hooker twerk in an intersection. Thanks, downtown Fresno. That was something else. At Joe Jocks TM, I would hate to live by downtown Fresno. Every time I go there, I see so many weird people and perverts. So glad she made the distinction. All right, we got one more. Lightning Vanilla, you got that one? What's a trick you would want to see down that gap in downtown Fresno that you F's flipped and boo true? Hashtag Ask Chris Jocelyn, which I'm hoping somebody knows who Chris Jocelyn is so we can ask him what the heck that person just said, because I have no idea. I have no idea. All right, and this last one here, at Tonka_6. Dear downtown Fresno, I effing hate you, the end. Well, that's the end of our mean tweet segment tonight in downtown Fresno. And while hilarious and clearly over the top, I do want to suggest to you that there is still a mindset in Fresno that we have to change, starting right now, starting with each and every person in this room. We've got to continue to win over the hearts and the minds of Fresnans. We've got to overcome their objections and eliminate their doubts about what's happening in their downtown. We have to change the attitude of everyone in Fresno who somehow believes that we don't deserve to have good things happen here. What's up with that? We have to stop thinking that way. Our friends from the Foundation for Fresno's Future understand exactly what challenges lie ahead for every downtown supporter. And they believe that an intentional effort must be made to win the mindset battle in Fresno. Once we win over hearts and minds, we will have won the revitalization war, because all the major development issues either have been or will be addressed in the next 2 years. So how do we shift public opinion so that the majority of our residents see promise and potential and progress in downtown Fresno? Well, I think it's pretty simple. Most Fresnans don't know what they don't know about downtown. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. But you can help bridge this gap. You can tell somebody about the new City View apartments at Van Ness that just opened in January with a waiting list for renters. They're one step closer to being sold on downtown Fresno. And you can tell them about Peeves and take them down there to see a packed house on the Fulton Mall on a weeknight, and those people will be that much closer to being sold on downtown Fresno. And when they hear that our decision to open the Fulton Mall to vehicle traffic has already resulted in literally millions of dollars of real estate transactions, they're not only sold on downtown Fresno, they're willing to write their own check to help pay for the public investments that are needed in downtown. So we know this isn't easy, and we can't assume that people know how great our cause is. We need to share our knowledge to help people understand it. The world isn't going to beat a path to our door just because we've built a better Fulton Mall. Let's take a page from the Masters of Marketing at Apple. Guy Kowalski, Apple's former chief evangelist, says it takes enchantment, not just marketing, not just communication. He says the goal of enchantment is deep, long-lasting, and delightful engagement. These qualities are not the result of mere transactions. Apple shares their dream of empowerment, creativity, productivity with every potential customer. And when you buy an iPhone or a MacBook, it's not just a sales transaction, it is embracing a way of life. And that's how Apple enchants people while everyone else tries to just close the sale. So here's your call to action. When you leave here today, think about how you can enchant your network of relationships with a vision of how dynamic downtown Fresno is becoming. And every time you share evidence of our revitalization, don't just give the facts, tell a story. Give them a little enchantment. What we see depends mainly on what we look for. So I urge you to look for every opportunity to describe not just what lies dimly in the distance, but what already lies clearly in front of us, right here in downtown Fresno. Thank you. And now I invite you to watch a short video to announce this year's recipient of the Al Allen Award.
So in my business, we tend to spin a lot of things, but I can honestly say I can't think of anybody with a commitment to downtown that would rival John's. He really has stood the test of time when it comes to the commitment and not just sort of talking the talk, which is popular, but he is a gentleman who has walked the walk for now nearly 40 years. Another thing is probably little known that John actually led the fund drive to build the iconic water tower back in the late 80s. No, it's really not true, but almost true.
Well, I can't think of anybody better to receive this year's Al Allen Award than John Ostlund. His actions speak louder than his words, although his words are pretty loud as well. He broadcasts his words to hundreds of thousands of people around the greater Fresno area, and he's so consistent with his passion for downtown Fresno, and it has really brought enthusiasm wherever he goes. He's talking about downtown. Of course, he's moved his businesses to downtown, and John Ostlund really has walked the talk when it comes to downtown revitalization.
When you talk about the things that John has done to make downtown better, I mean, you have to start with Art Hop. It's his passion. Nobody's going to sink millions of dollars into a building and leave an entire gallery area in the front of that building for that specific event each month. And so when I came here 2.5 years ago and saw just how much John and Katie are so committed to Art Hop, it's just totally rubbed off on me, and the first Thursday of every month is an absolute blast here in downtown Fresno.
For anybody who knows John, they know that maybe he first moved down here because the rent was cheap. That could be a possibility. But more importantly, they know that his commitment is more than an ROI. It really is. It comes from the heart. And it is an unwavering commitment that he has made. I can see him weave it into every conversation. He would wear a shirt if he could, but he just doesn't look that good in t-shirts, so I think, sort of scratches that off the list. But anybody who comes in contact with him and has a conversation with him, I doubt that the words downtown would ever not be said in some way, shape, or form.
Well, John has made a commitment with his own resources. He operates his businesses out of downtown, and those businesses are expanding, and as they do, he's getting more and more people to join him in locating their offices in downtown. But then he opens up his building for Art Hop, and he attracts probably one of the biggest crowds every month for Art Hop. He's got an incredible gallery. People all over Fresno know about how special K-Jewel and radio stations are in downtown Fresno, and it's because of John Ostlund.
Can't think of somebody more deserving to be recognized for his efforts downtown. And I think the timing is good because, let's face facts, John's pretty old, and he's starting to get older. And so this seems like the appropriate time because to win the award posthumously is really sort of a drag. So the fact that he can still be breathing and hold the hardware, that is going to be really, really special. So we got that to look forward to. But all kidding aside, John has done a sterling job for the last 35 years in terms of moving that bar for the downtown area. So when you put it in that kind of perspective, it's pretty phenomenal.
I think the reason why John deserves to be recognized is simply that he continues in everything that he does to promote downtown. We're in the radio business, and as partners we have events that are looking for venues all over our city and our valley. And every time we have that discussion, all John wants to talk about is how can we bring that event to downtown Fresno. So John, congratulations to you. Great job, you deserve it. I haven't worn a tie in 5 years, and you just got me in a tie, so way to go. But I'm proud of you, I'm proud to be your partner, and I can't think of anybody else that would be this deserving of this award because you represent downtown Fresno. Congratulations.
John Ostlund is the perfect person to receive the Al Allen Award this year. His commitment to downtown is known throughout our community, and I wish there was a lot more that we could do for John, but at the very least, taking time out to thank him and to recognize him is extremely important. So to John Ostlund, I say congratulations on your receiving the Al Allen Award this year. Please join me in recognizing and welcoming John Ostlund, this year's recipient of the Al Allen Award in recognition and appreciation of your unwavering commitment to the success of downtown Fresno.
First of all, I can't believe I just got to hug the mayor. I've always wanted to hug the mayor. Yeah. We got the hottest mayor in the nation, maybe. I don't know. Sorry, Paul. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm completely flabbergasted. I do not know what to say. Bruce, Batty, thank you. That was worth every bit of $200. Chris Pacheco, don't ever wear a tie again. Mayor, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I am so infected with downtown. I just don't know. Alan was a great guy. He was a friend of mine. And so I'm very proud to accept this award. I'll consider this something, it's the most important thing to me that's happened to me in years. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, John.
Yes.
It is more than deserving.
We need more
For
John
sure.
Oslins around here. Congratulations.
Mayor Swearingen, I don't know you anymore. You use the words hooker, twerk in a sentence. I don't know you anymore.
Did I tell you or what? Did she kill it? I love
Killed it.
that.
Thank you,
Mean
Mayor
tweets
Swearingen.
of downtown Fresno. But the point is to win these people over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Win over their hearts and minds. We've got to change the way people are thinking about downtown. Things like this are going to help. All the revitalization downtown is going to help. Opening up the Fulton Mall is going to help. As Mayor Swearingen already said, it is helping. And more stuff like this is what this is all about, is what this night is all about.
Yes. Fresno State President Dr. Castro, we're going to bring him up here in a minute, and I can't wait to hear from him. But Fresno State, before there was a Chuck Chansey Park, and before there was, sports or anything big that's going on right now in downtown Fresno, there was Selland Arena, and there were the Bulldogs, and there was Jerry Tarkanian, right? Remember those teams? And when I think of Fresno State and covering sports in the late 90s, I remember how vibrant Selland Arena was, how that place rocked. When Fresno State would bring all these great opponents to town and beat them, beat nationally ranked teams. And I'm thinking to myself, even back then, wouldn't this be great to build on this energy in downtown Fresno that Fresno State brought for so many years? And now Fresno State is going to be part of a revitalization that's going to be very special here.
You don't think about that. Think of how a college can revitalize downtown, but really they have a big hand in that. And Dr. Castro may be fairly new to the presidency of Fresno State, but he's not new to the Valley.
He's the pride of Hanford.
Yes, pride of Hanford. And here he is, Dr. Castro, everybody.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's really great to be with all of you. And Mayor, thank you for inviting me to join all of you here today. As you might know, the mayor is one of our alums, one of our most distinguished alums, and very proud of you. How many Fresno State alumni are here tonight? All right. Go Dogs. So I'm talking about the future of wrestling tonight, right? Future wrestling. George? I'm very honored to be here with all of you. And are you sure you want a guy from Hanford doing this tonight? Okay. What's that? Absolutely. Great downtown Hanford. Well, I'm actually very honored to be here to just share a few words about what Fresno State is doing downtown. And I remember those days when we played at Selland Arena because I was shorter guy, and I go to watch the games, and I love that. And things are going really well right now at Fresno State. We have an amazing number of students, all-time record ever. We have great faculty and staff with all the alumni, just tremendous excitement. And I'd say that's the most important thing we're doing is we're developing the human capital downtown and across the Central Valley and beyond. And I'm really happy about that part of our work. In addition, downtown, as you might know, we actually have this great class that Craig Sharton is leading. And I've learned more and more about that. Where are you, Craig? There you are. Craig, thank you. He has this class where about 400 of our students, and maybe some of them are here tonight, they get a chance to get involved in downtown renewal. And we're so proud of the work that he's doing with our students. We also have the M Street Art Gallery that's coming soon, and our College of Arts and Humanities is going to have our Fine Arts program right there. I see our Dean, Dean Joe Diaz is here. Thank you, Dean, for being here. And so we've got that happening. We're doing that with the Asimi family and others, and we're very excited about enhancing the arts here downtown. We also are working closely with Jake Soberon. Where's Jake at tonight? Hey, Jake, how are you doing? So we're working closely with Jake. In fact, we are going to be, this summer, we're going to be moving in to the Bitwise Stadium South Building on Van Ness and Mono. It's still on schedule, Jake? Still on schedule? All right. So we're looking forward to joining him. And in fact, I'm viewing Bitwise as kind of our R&D unit. And we're already working very closely with them on a range of ways. In fact, one is we're starting this project with beacons. And how many of you guys know about beacons? There are these really cool things, and we're going to use beacons to help our students find the services that they need and the support that they need. Thanks to OneSense, it's right there within Bitwise. And we're working with other companies within Bitwise, and my plan is to kind of treat them as one of our informal research and development arms right here downtown. So I'm really excited about that. We're moving in, we're going to offer courses and programs, a wide variety of programs, so stay tuned for all of that. I promise you that as the 8th president of Fresno State, I live in the FIG, I orient to downtown. I actually spend a lot of time downtown, and I believe in downtown, and so I think our future is very bright. We look forward to joining in the revitalization of Fresno. Thank you so much for inviting me to join you tonight. Thank you.
I like to call President Castro the dog father. I think I've tweeted that as your name. I hope you don't mind us continuing to do that. President Castro, thank you very much for your vision of downtown Fresno and for Fresno State. I am a very proud alum. Thank you very much.
And now we're going to invite Aaron Blair back up to the stage. He's going to give us a whole rundown as to how we can expect the downtown revitalization of Fresno to inspire us in the future and the projects that we can expect to see in the future as well.
Okay, I made some notes here because I promised my staff I would try to stay on script because I tend to just walk around and speak on what's in my mind. So I'm going to try to be very strategic to follow directions that they gave me. But first of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing my family to be here in Fresno and just to be part of this amazing story that's being written in downtown Fresno. It truly is something special for myself and my family and my girls to watch the downtown community grow. A lot of people aren't given that opportunity, and so we are grateful to be part of that. But one thing I am confident about, I am confident that we will look back at this time in history and we will say, remember when, just like the mayor mentioned, remember when. We're the lucky ones that get to be part of this chapter in downtown history when everyone will say, remember when? We are the ones that have said, I will make a difference downtown. Not everyone's willing to do that, but I would say the 500 or 600 of us in here will say, remember when we decided to make a difference downtown? And everyone's going to talk about that story. Our team, which some are over there and some over here and up there, have been working very hard to answer the question, what's next? What can we do to make a difference downtown? We've been working very hard on answering that question. And there's no doubt, based on the video that we watched at the beginning, that we're making a difference. But there's also no doubt that we have more work to do. We're not finished, and we realize that. We don't plan to act like we are finished and we've arrived. So with that, I'd like to introduce to you what we plan to do to make a difference over the next couple years. I would like to officially announce to you the Downtown Fresno Foundation. And since they wouldn't allow me to have real fireworks, I just put them on the screen, so it's kind of like... The foundation is an extension of our organization that will focus on supporting economic development initiatives in downtown. That's the critical step that we're at. You know, we've got enough people here that support downtown and then go infect the other people to tell them about downtown. But now we need to really make this push and this charge to really drive home with economic development initiatives and new businesses and investment. And with that, we are very excited to announce our first initiative from our Downtown Fresno Foundation, Restaurant Makeover. We're inviting all of our favorite downtown restaurants to apply to win a full makeover of their space. The winner will receive a prize package that includes interior design consultation and renovation of the space, as well as a complete overhaul of their marketing, branding, and social media. We have incredible restaurants downtown, as many of you have tasted tonight. We want to help our restaurants to be the best that they can be. We are inspired every day by the sheer number of people that are working to make our downtown great. Everyone running a business, everyone here today, you all are the ones that are making a difference every single day in downtown. And we can't thank you enough. All we can do is take the lead from you and continue to work hard to bring more people like you downtown. We want more passion downtown. We want more innovation. We want more swagger, more creativity. And it is with that in mind that we are thrilled to announce our Create Here Downtown Fresno Business Plan Competition.
Downtown is, in my opinion, turning around and getting ready to take off.
What's special about downtown is definitely the people. It feels like Fresno down here. To me, it's becoming trendier and trendier every day. It's really fun.
What I like about downtown is the diversity. I can see through the windows all the people who come across downtown and they just walk around, and there are so many people around here, and then actually they give me inspiration to do more things.
There's a lot of hidden gems. You really got to take the time to even walk out here or ride a bike, and you can see all the cool new restaurants, a lot of art museums, a lot of art hops, live music.
You generally know the other people down here and you're excited for them and cheerleading their success. It's a really fun stage in the history of downtown Fresno to be involved in doing business here.
There's going to be a lot of people stopping by just to help. The word of mouth is just ridiculous. It's awesome.
Fresno needs that economy to grow, and I think this is the best place to do it.
Anything that you're going to do downtown is going to be noticed by the population downtown.
If you want to open up a business in downtown, be creative.
Bring the best of your business, version of your business to downtown Fresno, and it can succeed here just like it can any other place. And we badly want and need it, but we really do want the highest and best of it.
If you want to be a part of something great and the start of something great, now is the time to come to downtown. Join the community, embrace history, get inspired, be a success. Submit your best, boldest, most innovative idea for a chance to win a business startup prize package worth over $100,000. It's your turn to create here in downtown Fresno. Enter by August 14, 2015, and for more information, please visit us at downtownfresno.org/foundation.
All right, so that's the question. What are you going to create here? We're providing you the resources. We're providing you the opportunity for your dream to come true. So we ask you, what will you create here? The Downtown Fresno Partnership is committed to making a difference this year and for years to come. I want to thank everybody for coming to the State of Downtown, and thank you for welcoming myself and my family. Thank you for Dr. Castro and the mayor. I'm sure there's plenty of drinks left. There's an awesome bar up there. Hi, Ephraim. For Downtown Signature Cocktail. Again, there's information in the back for our new foundation for any of these programs. I welcome you to take your ideas, go back to the foundation table, and get information. Thank you so much for coming.